When I was in college, me and my roommate Braden were helping my then girlfriend, now wife, Liz, move some things from one room to another in her townhome. That involved opening a lot of boxes and then breaking said boxes down. Lucky for me, I had my trusty dusty knife with me. It was a beautiful knife. It had onyx and turquoise and malachite stones inlaid between gold-plated metal detail. It is gorgeous. Two blades. One was more of like a curved and one was more straight edge. To be fun, I playfully stabbed towards my roommate, you know, just playfully. I didn't touch him or anything, but he looked at me and said, "Don't you do that again." So naturally I did it again. At one point, he tried to hit me with a broken down box, so naturally I parried with my knife, and it was a lot sharper than I thought it was, so I parried, and it went straight through the box into his finger, and now we have a permanent memory of that day in the form of his scar. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Kyler, and if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. That way you can stay up to date with all our new videos and knife shenanigans that we occasionally do on here. First video of 22, and it's going off with I love knives. Today's all about knives. We're talking 10 or 11 or 12 EDC knives, and we're just gonna go through them one by one and check them out. So here we go. All right, my first one. QSP Parrot, small knife. It's a bit like the Benchmade Bug Out. That's why I like it so much. It's light, it's small. It actually, like, my hand can almost conceal the entire thing, which, you know, I think that's good in case I need to defend myself. It's like I can hide it from someone, but it's not like I'm in any situations where I'm trying to defend myself. Like, I'm not buying drugs from anyone where I would need to defend myself. I'm not walking down dark alleys where I'd need to defend myself. So really, like, I just like the click. Anyway, QSP Parrot, next one. That snap was not as satisfying. I've had it a little bit longer than the other QSP I had. This is the QSP Penguin. This one's got micarta scales on it instead of the Jade G10 fiberglass. I've had it a bit longer, so it doesn't flick out and snap as cleanly, but it does collapse really easily. I love the shape, and it's unique, so I love that. Next one. Really, these next two I'm doing together because they're small. I have this tiny little pocket knife. It's Coleman, and I got it at an antique shop, and it doesn't have any spring assist or anything. It's just got one little thumb stud on the side, and I just use it to bring it out like that. The next knife I'm gonna show y'all is this little number right here. Onyx on either side, turquoise in the middle. This is not the one I was talking about in my story at the beginning. This is a gift from a family friend. Damascus steel. That's all I gotta say about that. Now, this one, right here. This one is special to me. I've always loved the look of switchblades, like from the 50s, and I've always wanted one like it, but I'm actually not a fan of a switchblade itself. I think it's actually too big in the hand, too bulky. Just a little machine inside that, when you press the button and the blade flicks out, it makes it too big for my hand, in my opinion. So I got something that's a bit thinner. I added a little tassel. It's called a Milano Stiletto. And a while back it broke. And so I went to the knife shop and they fixed it for me. So it's just a little bit slower on the reaction time for when I flick it. And I have to give it a little bit of a push for it to come out now. But still one of my favorites because of the way it looks. And it's thin. That way I don't have to have something big and bulky in my pocket. I've actually really hated big and bulky knives for a long time. Usually they're the cheapest ones, and I hate them, unfortunately. Now these next two I have an important story about. One time I went to the knife shop here in Arlington, Texas at the Parks Mall, and they have a couple of cases in the back, and it's just buy one, get one free. They have varying prices, but the very top shelf is always the $10.99 rack on one of the cases. I don't understand why they put this brand in the buy one, get one, because it makes it seem like it's a cheap brand, you know, not quality brand, but I love this brand. I only had one knife from them before, and it was so durable, super sharp, out of the box, and it never disappointed me, and then I lost the dang thing. I'm so mad that I lost it. But I went back the other day to the knife shop just to look in there, maybe buy a knife at the, you know, cheap $10.99 buy one, get one table. And I found another of that same brand. This is Master USA brand. These are the sharpest knives I've ever gotten out of the box at the knife shop. I don't know why that is. Maybe, you know, I'm still pretty new to the EDC community, so if any of my knife buddies can explain to me why knives don't seem sharp out of the box, that'd be great. But this spring assisted Master USA, I bought this one because I like the way the knife itself looks, pretty much straight on top, but then a curved blade, a curved edge to it. It's small, just like the first one, the QSP Parrot. Now, here's the buy one, get one knife. This is, again, the Master USA brand. I told you I didn't like big chunky knives, and I mean, this one's bigger in the hand, but this one feels good in the hand, spring assisted. It's bulky though, but again, sharpest knives I've ever gotten out of the box. It also has a seatbelt cutter and a window breaker at the end here. Really easy to open with the spring assist. Some knives you get out of the box are kind of sticky when it comes to the spring assist, but this one just opens like a charm. Super easy, super smooth. Again, I love the Master USA brand. Sponsor me. This next one is an important story. This is the first knife I was ever given. This is my very first knife. It's this small little pocket knife. It was, you know, this awesome laser blue color when I got it, and it has faded a huge amount, almost worn off the color completely. But I mean, it's a pretty standard pocket knife. It's got two different like can openers or bottle openers on it, a regular old knife, and then a saw in here too, like a tiny little saw, which, fun story, I actually used this saw to like carve / whittle a piece of wood for a girlfriend I had when I was really, really young, and it was so crappy, but nevertheless, I used that. It's got some scissors in here too. The scissors have helped me a bunch. It's even got a little flashlight, and it doesn't work anymore because the batteries are dead. It's got a screwdriver, it's got a corkscrew, a nail file, or a regular file if you're trying to break out of jail, but not the point. Anyway, my dad gave me this knife when I was 10, 11 maybe, and I've kept it, even though I might not use it every day. I've kept it because of the sentimental value and the actual value that it gives. So, thanks, Dad. Now, this next one, again, I told y'all I hate chunky knives, but this one is different, man. I had a friend give me this for Christmas. They went to the knife shop in Arlington, and they saw it, and they got it for me. And again, it's big and chunky. It's a little slow when it opens, but I'm not complaining. It's just one of the most like beautiful knives I've ever seen. It's got like a shield and a sword on it. And it is the shiniest, most reflective knife I have, but I love it for that reason. When my friend pulled it out of the box and showed me, I was like, so thanks, Byron. Appreciate you, man. This next knife, I actually got at the same time that I got my first Master USA, the one that I lost. I got it at the same time. It was that buy one, get one shelf. And again, this has retained its edge the longest of any of my knives. It's been there for me through a lot. I love this little guy. It's a Wartech. It's got a straight edge, curved back, curved spine. I mean, I suppose that's how, is that the right word? Spine? Whatever. Anyway, it's unique. It's got a pretty dang slim handle here. It curves back in on the handle. I've never seen that. And so it's super thin, really easy to grip in the hand. It's spring assisted, but it's got thumb studs on both sides, so you can just flick it if you prefer to do that instead of using this back here to flick it out. But most of the time, I just use this guy right here. Again, been with me for a long time. It's retained its edge. I don't know why this was in the buy one, get one cheap knives at the knife shop. Thanks, knife shop. Sponsor me. This one was a complete impulse buy. I guess most knives are an impulse buy for me. I've only ever like really wanted one for a long time and known like that's the one I'm gonna get. I've only ever done that for one knife. So this one is a total impulse buy from the State Fair of Texas. But like from the State Fair. Didn't expect it to get at the State Fair, but this one is an absolute beauty. I don't know what type of wood it is. I don't know if it was dyed. I don't know anything about it. I asked, they couldn't tell me, but I love this red and gray looking wood on here. And then the blade itself, again, Damascus steel. I love Damascus steel. It always comes at a price. It's just beautiful to look at. So State Fair of Texas. Also, the handle itself is just so nicely carved and made to fit a hand's grip. It is awesome. I love how it feels in the hand. It's partly why I bought it. It cost me about $100. So thanks, State Fair of Texas. The last knife I'm gonna show y'all is one I got out of Galveston in a little gift shop, I guess. It's just a small Swiss Army knife. It's got a knife and a file. It's got some scissors, a toothpick, some tweezers. It's a small little knife and I love it. It's super handy. Be safe with your knives. Don't cut your buddies like I did on accident or on purpose. Don't cut them ever. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and let me talk about my knives for however long it was. I hope it wasn't very long, but anyway, thanks for listening. Give it a thumbs up if you like it, and comment what your favorite knife is, whether it's one of mine or one of yours. Tell me, I wanna know. If you like the music you're hearing right now, it's from audio.com. There's a link in the description, and you can sign up for them to use on your videos as well. Not sponsored, just an affiliate. Have fun today. Go buy a knife today. I'll see you next time in the next video. Welcome to 22, man. He never lets me forget that I did that to him. I also learned not to play with knives. So that's that.